Hi, and welcome to Nurturing Compassion. I'm Nicole, and here on this channel, I talk about becoming the most compassionate versions of ourselves through our lifestyle choices. So today, I want to talk about running and how running has changed my life for the better and how it can really improve yours too. I'm going to be giving my top 3 reasons how running has changed my life and hopefully inspire you with my personal story to go out and give running a try yourself. So there's a lot of weirdness around running. People all the time complain about how much they hate running, and then they kind of look at those freaks that do like running and it's kind of like, what is wrong with these people? But those freaks are onto something. Running has truly so much potential to help you, not only physically, but mentally and spiritually too. I used to be one of these people, and honestly, I was the person who did not like any kind of exercise. I was always a very obese kid. It wasn't so much that I didn't like moving around, it was that moving around with other people made me feel bad because it would reinforce the fact that I did not have as high a fitness level as others. I love to be outside, especially in the woods or in nature, but when it came to playing tag or especially in gym class when we would have to run the mile, I dreaded it. And so by the time I was 16 years old, I was definitely considered obese by a doctor's perspective, and I had been trying to lose weight for my whole life and always failing. I believed that me losing weight was something that I wanted so bad, but that I would never ever achieve. And my brother, who is much older than me, he lived in DC and he invited me over to come and hang out. So I'm thinking it's gonna be like it always was when we hang out, which is we eat some food, we watch some movies, we kind of chat and catch up. And he was like, oh, by the way, bring workout gear, bring running shoes. And I was kind of like, okay, whatever, I'll bring it, but yeah, right, I'm not going on a run. And he said, we're going on a 5-mile run. And my brother is a jokester, so I thought he was kidding. But when I got there, he was like, yeah, so put on your running shoes, let's go. And I was like, I can't run 5 miles. And he was like, yes, you can, I'm gonna teach you how to run. What I didn't know was that my brother had been reading this book called Born to Run, where basically this journalist goes and examines this tribe called the Tarahumara, and there are these people who run hundreds of miles in the Andes Mountains, and they are like some of the healthiest people in the world. Basically, the book kind of describes to you a really great way for running and makes the case that humans are actually born to run distance, that we are not faster than most animals, but that we can run longer than them because of our sweat glands. So he takes me out, and I am just thinking like, this is gonna be so embarrassing, this is gonna be ridiculous. And basically he starts running at the slowest pace ever. And it feels great. And just a few minutes in, right around the 5 minutes where I normally would be like dying, I'm still going. And I am just amazed. I'm going, it's beautiful in Rock Creek Park. I mean, by the end of it, I was actually like ahead of him, and he's like, are you okay? Are you pushing yourself too much? And I was like, no, I feel amazing. And that moment, that day, changed my life, because for the first time, I felt like I could actually take control of my fitness, of my health, that I could exercise without hating it, without feeling miserable. And I realized, and I knew, I just had this inner knowing that this run is going to change everything. And so basically I got back and I was hooked. I loved how I felt after that run. I felt like I had accomplished so much. And I started running every day. And then after I started running, I started feeling more and more inspired to eat healthy, because the healthier I ate, the better my runs were. And I was calling these runs is really quite generous. It was more of a jog, really. Like, I'm talking like a 17, 18-minute mile. And so mostly I would run about 3 miles, and then I would cool down for at least half a mile, sometimes a mile. And basically all of this led to me losing 45 pounds and being a healthy weight and feeling like I was a new person, like the real me was able to come out. I love exercising now. I love eating healthy. And I don't know how different I would be if I didn't go for that run. But even now, running is absolutely life-changing, and it's not just because it can make you lose weight. The first thing that I really love about running is that it makes me more productive. I feel an increase of energy after I run, which is kind of counterintuitive when you think exercise, you're exerting so much more energy, especially going like 3, 5, 10 miles. But it's different because I go and I'm usually gone for my runs for like at least 45 minutes to an hour. It's still that conversational pace, and it's very relaxing. It really just helps my body get endorphins flowing so that when I get back, I feel more energy. I feel like my mind is clear and I'm able to get more done. I can really tell on the days where I don't run how my productivity levels are versus when I do run. And part of it might just be building good habits that, look, I've already completed something, I've covered a few miles, like I can do anything. But I think that it honestly does come back to scientifically, your body produces endorphins, which makes you happier, which makes it easier for you to get stuff done. The second thing that I love about running that has changed my life is that it is like a moving meditation. And what I mean by this is when I go for runs, I can figure out exactly what is bothering me, exactly what is bogging me down. I can make decisions. I'm able to overcome anger. And I think that it's because, similarly to meditation, you are focusing on one thing, which in meditation's case is your breath. And in a lot of ways, with running, you're focusing on your breath too, but you're also focusing on your feet pattering on the sidewalk, on taking the next step. And because of that, you are able to kind of stop running with the stories you're telling running with, that's a pun. You're able to stop running with the stories that you're telling yourself in your head. You're able to stop getting caught up in your thoughts, and you're actually able to see why you're feeling the way you're feeling. I've made so many decisions on a run, and I am a very sensitive person. I cry a lot just because that's how I deal with my stuff. I work through my emotions by crying a lot of the times. And so there have been times where I've been so angry or so upset and I'm unable to stop crying, and so I go for a run. And when I get back, I am so much more calm and collected. I'm able to blow off steam. I was able to think about what I needed to think about to let that thing go. And I think that running could be a really, really great tool for people who feel like they can't meditate, who feel like they can't stay still. I think that running is a really great way for you to ease yourself into the concept of meditation. There's so much that stimulates you when you're running. You are surrounded by beautiful nature, by people who are smiling at you, by dogs, by cars, the leaves changing, everything. And sometimes I go and I listen to audiobooks or I listen to YouTube videos, but sometimes I go on runs where I literally just want to be by myself. I don't even want to bring my phone because I just want to be in the moment and I want to soak up everything that's around me. And another thing with this whole running thing is I strongly recommend running outside rather than on a machine, because when you're running outside, you are surrounded by all of that stimulation and you actually see yourself going distance. Whereas when you're on a machine, it's just, you're surrounded by the same things, and a lot of times you have the numbers right in front of you and all you're doing is just waiting for it to be over. But when you're outside, you see all of this beauty and this hustle and bustle in your town that normally you would just breeze on by in a car. But when you're running, you get to fully experience it all. And I just notice little things around my area that I would have never noticed if I had never started running. So the third way that running improves your life is that it shows you what your body is really capable of. I will tell you that you will be shocked at what an efficient machine your body is if you give it the chance to show you. I just know that when I went on that first run, I was blown away that my body could physically go 5 miles. I had never gone more than a mile, and I was miserable during that entire mile. But to go 5 miles and actually enjoy it, I did not think that was possible. And realizing that it was opened up a whole new reality to me. It made me realize that my mind is what's standing in the way of me achieving what I want a lot of the time. And there's just so much to be gained by learning what your body can do and seeing your body get better. And it's important to measure your success when you're running. Try to measure your success in running in as many different ways as you can. Even if that just means I didn't stop to walk today, that's awesome. I've never been able to do that before. Or I ran all the way up that hill today. Or I went on my first trail run today. All these little things build up and create the story that is yours and only yours about your running journey. And the reason why I chose 3 things is that it covers mind, body, spirit. And it shows you that really running is this really well-rounded exercise that helps strengthen your body. It makes you feel good. It makes you more spiritual by understanding your thoughts and your beliefs better. And it also just makes you more confident. It makes you love yourself more. I really believe this, that we are born to run, and that there is a reason why people experience such amazing benefits when they actually get into running. And remember, I'm not talking about going out, running as hard as you can for 10 minutes and going inside. I'm talking about nice and slow, not letting your heart rate go above 140, and really taking in everything around you. There's so much potential in every single run to improve your life. And I just want to share this with everybody I know, because I know that the person that I am today is because of running. I discovered so much about myself, and on every single run, I discover more. If you give this method a try and if you enjoy running, then please let me know in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.